Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, or if you're new here, I'm Kiana. Make sure to subscribe. The button is down below. Today I'm just doing a little sit down video. I haven't really filmed that much. Most of my videos that I've uploaded lately are just like TikToks. So decided it was time for me to just do a video strictly for YouTube. I'm just going to be talking about my pregnancy and like basically how I feel about having two If you didn't know, I am pregnant with my third baby, but this is going to be my second Earthside baby. I got pregnant whenever I was 3 months postpartum, and I ended up having a miscarriage. And then shortly after, we decided how much we like really did want another baby and started trying to conceive, and it only took us like 2 months. Obviously, like I just said, this baby was planned for, but doesn't mean that I can't have like fears about it. Obviously, in the very beginning, my biggest fear after having a miscarriage was that I was going to have another miscarriage. And going to that first ultrasound was very anxiety filled and everything. And I remember tearing up whenever she did the ultrasound and was like, oh, there's the heartbeat. My biggest concern, especially because I'm a stay-at-home mom, Paisley tends to cling to me more. She is a total mommy's girl, and I think that's because I'm a stay-at-home mom, because I'm the one that is here constantly to feed and change her and stuff like that. Trayvon is usually the one that will like give her a bath and like put her to bed at night, but for the most part, she's spending most of her day with me. So, and it's been like that from the beginning, obviously. So that's one thing that I'm nervous about, is that she's gonna have a hard time with wanting to share me. But yeah, she goes through little phases where she like is more clingy. I mean, for the most part, she is very independent. She will sit there and play by herself and whatnot. It's just times like where she's playing by herself and I'm like trying to go to the bathroom or something like that, she will lose her shit if I am out of her eyesight. Another thing is, she has not really been around other babies. She met one other baby, and that was Trayvon's cousin's baby. But other than that, she hasn't really been around other babies, just because I don't really have friends with babies. And then I also, both of our families, we don't really have any babies within the family besides that one baby, and that baby does not live in the same state as us, hence why they have only met the one time. So I'm just scared for how she's going to be, because obviously she's a toddler. She is very rough and whatnot. So obviously with a baby, you have to be very gentle, and like she's not really at a point where she can understand that she's only one, so she doesn't understand a majority of the things you say to her. Kind of back on the topic of like me being a stay-at-home mom, the fact that I'm going to be having another C-section because my babies are that close together, it's just what is recommended, and I don't want to try for a VBAC considering that it's recommended for me to have a C-section. Don't want to like get my hopes up and then be rushed for an emergency C-section again. But yeah, anyways, the fact that I'm going to be having another C-section and I'm a stay-at-home mom, Trayvon will probably only get like a few days off of work, just because paternity leave is not really a thing for most jobs, and even then, like, it's not really that great. Neither is like people who get maternity leave. So he'll probably only have a few days off again, like he did with Paisley. So I'm going to be recovering from major surgery and having to take care of a toddler and a newborn. And that's what I worry about, is because you cannot pick up that much weight. Like, you're not supposed to pick up anything heavier than your baby. And obviously Paisley is like 20 something pounds, almost 30 pounds right now. So clearly I won't be able to pick her up for it's probably going to be the 6 weeks or whatever until I get cleared for like everything. So that's what I'm nervous about, is not being able to pick her up. Hopefully she is walking by then, because she will be 15, almost 16 months. But still, it's just more convenient to be able to pick up your child. Another thing I'm concerned about is the fact that we are going to have both of them in our room. So I'm concerned that they're going to like wake one another up. We do have a 2-bedroom, but I'm just more comfortable with having the both of them in our room. I'm not ready for Paisley to be in her own room yet, especially because there is like the occasional time that she does wake up in the middle of the night. It's just more convenient to have her in the same room as us. It doesn't happen often, but yeah, that's something that I'm nervous about, because not only that, Paisley is a loud sleeper. She will sometimes cry in her sleep, and she also just tosses and turns a lot in her sleep. She's like a very good sleeper. She just moves a lot. And then obviously with a newborn, I'm scared that she might wake Paisley up, because, you know, they have to eat every 2 to 3 hours. And, you know, sometimes they cry when they wake up. So that is something that I'm stressed about. Another thing that kind of goes back on the topic of me being a stay-at-home mom, Paisley being a mommy's girl, is like giving them both enough attention. I don't want Paisley to feel like she's neglected. Especially, I'm not really worried about it when it comes to me, because I'm good at like managing and handling stuff like that. So I feel like I would be able to have enough time with the both of them, especially being a stay-at-home mom. But I'm more so concerned about other people not giving her enough attention, being way too excited about the baby and whatnot, and not focusing enough attention on her and making her feel left out, and like saying things like, oh, like you're not the baby anymore, and this and that, like, because she'll always be my baby. But yeah, I just mainly worry about other people treating her like that and saying things like that to her. But yeah, anyways, those are just a few things that I'm concerned about. But yeah, anyways, that's going to be the end of this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on our post notifications, and I will see you guys in our next one.